There are some important things to consider when deciding to hire a personal injury lawyer and what type of personal injury lawyer to hire. The most important question I think any lawyer needs to answer for anyone that reaches out to them is, do I need a lawyer? Ultimately, you may not, depending on your circumstances, depending on the nature of your injuries. Personal injury lawyers are most important in circumstances where there are extensive injuries or where the person that was injured has a pre-existing issue that has been aggravated by the injuries. It can be very challenging to determine where an old injury ends and a new injury begins. So you need somebody to protect your interests, to help navigate the challenging world of medical evidence and medical doctors, to make sure that you're treated fairly and to make sure we accurately understand the nature of your injuries, how you've been impacted, and so that we can help you recover for that. The things to consider when hiring a personal injury lawyer are, first of all, do you trust the person? Do you have a good feeling about them? I think you deserve a lawyer that you feel comfortable with. Somebody that when you get off the phone with them, you have less anxiety than when you called them. Somebody that takes the time to answer all of your questions, not just the first question you put in your email. And my hope is that at the end of the representation, my clients will always know that they can pick up the phone and call me and ask me any legal question they have. I may not be able to answer it, but I can tell them who they need to contact or if they need to contact a lawyer at all. One of the questions I often get when I meet with a new client is, what is my case worth? I'll be honest with you, I don't know what your case is worth when I first meet with you. At the end of the day, case value is a lot of factors, but one of the most important components of case value is how well you recovered from your injuries and losses. If you recover quickly and completely, your case will be worth less. If your injuries are ongoing or permanent, your case will be worth more. When I meet with you initially, I'm likely not going to know those things. I'm not going to have the medical records, and we're not going to have the medical testimony for me to completely evaluate what your case is worth. The other thing to think about is how much do they charge? Most charge on a contingency basis, but their fees can be different. That can range anywhere from 1/3 to 40 or 45%. At Bunger & Robertson, we charge 1/3. That's our standard fee, and that's the fee for your entire case from start to finish. We also have a policy that if at the end of the case, the amount you get is less than the amount we get in fees, we'll reduce our fee to make sure you get more than we do. The last thing we ever want is for a client of ours to leave here and say, everybody got paid except me.